Well, good afternoon. I just got notification on my car when I started it a little while ago, actually, that it had an over-the-air update to do. This time for navigation. I had another one less than a week ago, I think. I've had the car for about 3.5 to 4 months now, and I've always been thinking, hey, I have had no over-the-air updates. So suddenly I'm getting them. This over-the-air update said that it's going to include route planning for my maps when I need to go somewhere and need to choose charging along the way, which of course I find fascinating because the vehicle arrived with route planning that included EV stops or EV charging stops. So we'll see. So this did say it will take about 15 minutes to do, and update you here in a few minutes. While it's updating, I thought I'd take a moment or two to do a quick cabin tour, if you will, because I've not done that on my car yet. So this is a 2023 Hyundai Ioniq 6 SEL rear wheel drive. Like I said, I've had it for about 3.5 to 4 months. In that time, I've already managed to get 6,379 miles. So I've been doing some driving, and it charged up to 90% when I got home last night. A lot of people keep their cars at 80%. I tend to keep it at 90%. I'd had my Bolt for 3 years, had no trouble with that whatsoever. Of course, you've got the lights on the steering wheel, and when you change drive modes, everyone's showing this off, but let's take a look. Go to normal mode. Sport mode makes it red. And back to eco. I've got the ambient lighting across the dash. And then right now I've got the top set to blue and the black and the bottom set to green. And there's a whole list of colors. And I think is it 64? I think it's 64 different colors you can choose from. So you can totally customize it. I used Android Auto religiously in my Chevy Bolt. Absolutely loved it. I've been having a little trouble with the connector on the bottom of my phone working with this car. That's not the end of the world because honestly, the mapping software and the Bluetooth connectivity to my phone have been really, really good on this car so far. So I've been really pleased with that. I do have a start-stop button, a start-stop button, but pretty physical climate control buttons. Well, they're touch sensitive, but they're separate than the screen, so I've been enjoying that. It's kind of funny. I did have someone this weekend at the electric vehicle National Drive Electric Week event that I went to this week. Sat in my car and he said, "This is more comfortable than a Model 3. I really like this." And then he saw the start-stop button and was like, "No, that's a deal breaker." So I was just watching a few reviews on YouTube of the Blazer EV. They're starting to roll off the trucks at some of the dealerships now, and it does not have a start-stop button or an easily accessible one. So it just turns itself on when you get in the car with the key fob and turns itself off when you get out. So that's great. But I've been extremely happy with this. It did take a little time to get used to the window buttons being in the middle of the car, in the center of the car. Of course, if you look at the driver's seat or the passenger side door, you've just got the speaker area there, a little cup holder in the side, and no controls other than open the door. So that's it. So and my daughter and I have been having a funny conversation about this light. Apparently, in the limited edition, there's a horseshoe-shaped light here. So I can turn this on. These are touch-sensitive lights here. I can turn those on, but I could have sworn at one point that this car had that light. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Those are just the touch-sensitive lights that are on the left and the right, but the horseshoe light is on the limited edition. So, of course, on the SEL version, I've got my little window shade back there. On the SEL version, there is no sunroof. So that's never been a deal breaker. I've actually never owned a vehicle with a sunroof. Maybe my next one will. But all right, still updating. We're cruising right along. We're, what, a fifth of the way? Get back to you here soon. Well, this is a fun one. I was just sitting here watching the update hum along, and then all of a sudden I got a notification that said check lane change assist function. And I've got a warning light down there. So that's fun. I'll update you after the update's done to see if that goes away. Otherwise, I'll be having to dig through to see what's going on there. There's a quick shot of it before the update finishes. So it's a little more than halfway done with the update. So hopefully we'll get this cleared up when the update is done. Okay, interesting. The screen progress bar looked like it was about halfway done, and then said the system will restart. So let's check out the behavior on the reboot. Well, the error just went away on the driver's screen, so that's good. Good sign. Appreciate that. What happens next? Yeah, a few days ago when I did an update on the car in exactly the same manner, it gave me very minimal amounts of. Oh, that's so fun to watch. Very minimal amounts of information as far as what exactly was being updated and what it's doing. Okay, so it looks like we're deciding to boot up slowly but surely. This is the same process it did a few days ago. So if you haven't seen a software update on an Ioniq 5 or Ioniq 6, I assume they're very similar on both. This is exactly what it did last time, with the exception of that error message, but that's now gone. So yeah, looks pretty typical so far. Restoring data just went away. Now the system will restart. Not ominous at all. Let's find out what happens. Let's see. We get the Hyundai logo, and then we get the screen booted back up. I'm just really excited for updates at all. The Chevy Bolt had over-the-air updates promised, but honestly, it never happened. Not a single over-the-air update arrived while I owned the Chevy Bolt. Again, I absolutely loved that car. I would never say a negative thing about it. Well, one negative thing, it's really loud in that car. Okay, some more information now. Here's the software version we've gone to. I'm going to go ahead and let's see what's the details button say here. Are you worried about where to charge your electric vehicle while traveling long distances? Now the navigation system adds charging stations as waypoints automatically. You can travel long distances without worry, even when the remaining battery charge is low. Available only for electric vehicles. Well, all right. I'm going to grab a screenshot of that QR code so I can look it up later, but that's it. Looks like it's all. Let's take a look at the map. Now I know, you know what, let's see what it does. Go ahead and close that up. We'll do a navigation to search up El Paso, Texas. There we go. Looking for guidance. Okay, your battery capacity may be insufficient to reach your destination. The car came with this ability already, so I'm fascinated to see if anything's actually changed. All right. So it did list out. Okay, so the screen looks a little different. Good. So the screen does look a little different now. It's got the charging stops listed here, whereas before you had to actually start the driving. So it listed.
To the highlighted route.
It listed four charging stops. So let's go a little bit further. Let's see if we can go to Denver. No, not Denver City. Let me type this thing in. Yes. All right, let's see what it does for Denver, Colorado.
Please proceed to the highlighted route.
Battery insufficient. Yes, I like charging. Now, I do know that before it was only showing 4 charging stops, so let's see if it's added more.
Please proceed to the highlighted route.
Or how this works.
Then the route guidance will start.
The route, including a charging stop, will be provided. Okay. Well, didn't do what it did last time. Let's see if we can show it here. Oh, here we go. So we've got... Looks like it's listing our first 2 charging stops. Okay, well, then hopefully the plan would be that it would update as we continue. We shall find out. Thanks for joining me for over-the-air software update. See you on the next one.